Divya, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Yukta,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, please kindly introduce Divya, ma'am, to all the participants, and then let us start with the session.
Yes, ma'am.
So, for today, we are having with us Mrs. Divya Bhatia.
Good afternoon, everyone. Present here, respected teachers, and my dear participants. I, Yukta Narayan, would like to extend a warm welcome to everyone in this 2 days online workshop on developing leadership skills among budding entrepreneurs 2022, organized by BIT off campus, Lalpur. This workshop focuses on aspiring students in becoming an entrepreneur or intent to start the entrepreneurial journey. Today, in this event, we have invited our guest speaker, Mrs. Divya Bhatia, who graciously accepted our invitation despite having a hectic schedule. Ma'am will be speaking on the topic The Startup Journey. She is a female entrepreneur with a strong desire to put knowledge into practice in the real world. Her firm has a food and spice processing plant that is in operation since 2020. She has a staff that is full of enthusiasm and leadership qualities. So please welcome Mrs. Divya Bhatia, Director, Vessel Upkaram Private Limited and Vincent Commercial Products Private Limited. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Yukta. A very good afternoon, everyone.
Good
Now I
afternoon,
would
ma'am.
now I would
Good
start my
afternoon, ma'am.
presentation. Okay.
Divya, the PPT is not there.
Yes, ma'am. Just a minute. My journey, my flavor. I hope it's visible.
No, it's not visible, Divya.
Just a minute. I'm having some issues with the network. Just a minute. Ma'am, just a minute.
Yes, it's
Ma'am?
there. Yes, it is there.
Yes, I'm really very sorry. I had
No
some
issues,
network
no
issues.
issues. I think we all understand these technical glitches.
Yeah. So now I'll start. It's my journey, my flavor. Now I'll talk about entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship itself can be interpreted to be so complex that even Britannica has to come with a new series to describe. But for someone who's sitting in the sidelines, because as you get into it, you begin to realize it is simply a journey or a quest of discipline, hard work, patience, and the hunger to redefine the meaning of success every day. So, the first is lead by example. You can't ask someone to do all the things for you. You you will do you have to get the things done by others when you yourself know what the work is. No matter the work, it is how simple or complex, you can only do it efficiently if you iron all the wrinkles which you can't expect someone else to do for you. Hunger for more satisfaction is the first step of a downfall. You should not confuse rewards with satisfaction. They are distinct. Reward is a fuel to a vehicle, whereas satisfaction is the parking brake. The balance, the one vital ingredient which can backfire your entire hard work is balance. Balance is not area specific, rather, it is the crux of the whole idea. The stern, flexible balance, the right and wrong balance, the profit and loss balance. About worship, the workplace, no matter how big or small it is, it should be a place of worship where you, along with everyone, should worship because worship is a choice based on faith. And we all know faith can move mountains. Self care is very important. Often, the hustle that entrepreneurship brings in makes the mind go numb. It is important to hold your nerve in the testing times, as it is the skipper who steers the ship and holds its responsibility. Then you should reward your success. It is really very difficult uh, to earn applause from others when you start something of your own. Hence, it becomes very important to reward your own success. You need to figure out ways to pat your own back. You have to be focused and organized, and you have to set goals which are unrealistic. It is important that you set goals which are unrealistic to be successful because many might counter this by saying that no, you should take baby steps because steps helped a lot, but it doesn't help that much because it doesn't ignite you to move ahead and come out from your comfort zone. Then you should enjoy your work. Tough times and roads are not a deal breaker, but they are the part that really keeps you going because you enjoy the hurdle only once you pass it, and you have to pass it well. If you have a tough time staying motivated as a startup founder, it might be you are not enjoying the job or you're not enjoying the work what you're doing. And then success is not a single achievement, but it's a journey from failure to another without losing enthusiasm. You should stay hungry and stay foolish. Now we'll talk about why entrepreneurship. The simple answer to it is the want to grow. Growth is a term which entrepreneurs usually only relate with financial, but that is really it's incomplete and shallow and short-sighted as it is totally bizarre outlook which cuts short the life of a venture. Growth is a journey which all successful entrepreneurs sets on from the day they start planning. Growth in quality, growth in value, growth of stature, and also financial growth are merely few standards which are measured to evaluate the success of any venture. Growth defines human race, the journey from apes to humans. It is an opportunity, can be well a stroke of luck, but the identification of the opportunity is the foundation of an entrepreneur. Now I'll talk about my company, Vexel Upkram. The vision of our company, like when we were starting this journey, there was one thought that we all had in mind. That is, we have to come with a product that redefines the complete meaning of food processing. Water, as you all know, it's a vital ingredient in all our lives, but it is this water that puts an expiry date of any agricultural produce. So we decided to remove it. Spices and vegetables are something that we Indians, we don't value it so much because it is readily and it's easily available here. So as we are agricultural surplus country, Krishi Pradhan Desh as we are, is a luxury that not all of us know that we enjoy. This quest resulted in us designing a state of art facility that excels in the area of dehydration. So we have dehydration lines that are equipped to dehydrate moisture content in all forms of the agricultural produce. About the company, our company, it is placed in the town of Ranchi in Jharkhand. We are being easily approachable to northeastern, eastern, and central parts of India, home to the best quality of Indian spices. The processing and the operations unit of the company is set up to practically process and package any and every type of spices. Like, name any spices.
Divya, just a
Yes.
minute. Naveen Kumar Sahu, he wants to ask you something.
Okay.
Naveen,
Ma'am,
like you have raised your hand. Do you want to ask something?
I think we should have an interactive session after the speaker
after the,
completes.
yeah, actually.
Otherwise, it will get interrupted. If there is some technical issue or something, then definitely we'll take
That
care
is
of.
what, ma'am, I wanted to explore. Like if he is facing
And
some
suppose
issue.
if you are having any questions, you please write in the chat. Madam will take care of that part. And when the session will be over during the interactive session, definitely will take care.
Yeah, yeah. After I am done with the presentation, I'll
Yes,
answer to
yes,
all the queries.
yes, yes. Please.
Okay, so I was talking about the company. Where is it located? It is placed in the town of Ranchi in Jharkhand. It is easily approachable to northeastern, eastern, and central parts of India, and it is the home to best quality of Indian spices. Processing and operations of the unit of the company is set up to practically process and package any and every type of spices, aromatic plants, pigment extractable flowers, and vegetables. Our unit, it has five major lines of production and processing of spices, which include the state of the art dehydration chamber and a continuous drying system. Further, the necessary know-hows and technologies have been obtained by the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, the Central Food Technological Research Institute, to practice safe, hygienic, and approved techniques to process these spices, fruits, vegetables, and the flowers, and to extract the paste, concentrates, color, powders, oil, etc. And it is done all naturally and no chemicals are used. Now, I'll talk about the source. The company, in assistance with all the experts and the scientists, has explored and identified key sources and regions to procure the finest raw materials from various parts of eastern and northeastern parts of the country. So So the raw materials, the raw materials also are being sourced from farmers and from farmer group cooperatives in Jharkhand, Orissa, Mizoram, Nagaland, Manipur, Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Sikkim, and Meghalaya. There are various offerings. The various offerings which we offer are tamarind, palash flower, lemongrass, red chili, turmeric, ginger, black pepper, all the spices. And now we'll talk about the products which we offer. Basically, we offer wide range of products and the wide range of forms. Basically, it is dehydrated, natural color, powdered, essential oils, and concentrates. Now you will be guessing like what are these? So I'll be explaining you what are this. Concentrates are it is extracted from pulps like tamarind. Our concentrates are uniquely flowable in nature, having high Brix value and minimal water content. Dehydrated, we have a hot air dryer machine in which we maintain the temperatures are very low, keeping the oil, flavor, aroma, and the nutrients intact. And moreover, the processed materials, when immersed in water, it regains its original shape, size, and form. That's why it is known as dehydrated. We provide dehydrated materials because as you put in water, it will regain its shape and size. Then have powdered products. Even size powder is processed top of the line. Grinding and sorting and packaging machines are manufactured by us, which yield a natural tasting product. Natural color. Food and beverage color is one of the chief requirements of culinary arts, and we proudly offer natural colors from pigment extractable flowers, and we yield a natural and chemical free product. Essential oil, we also deal with essential oils. It's a process of steam distillation that are widely used in the field of therapy, food, cosmetics, aromatic, and fragrances. We have a nature's basket. So in this nature's basket, the products we deal with are chili. Our specialty is chili. Chilies are sourced from experienced farmers and from organizations which have a red, hot color and pungency. The offered forms are pods, sorted, and powder. Then we deal with rhizomes and root spices. The specialty is we have turmeric, ginger, local turmeric, and the offered forms are flaked, dehydrated, powder, peeled, whole, sliced, washed. Seed and fruit spices. So basically, seed and fruit spices are black pepper, long pepper, large cardamom, black sesame, coriander, flax seeds, and mustard seeds. The offered forms are sorted, cleared and dry berries, then cleared, dry cones, sorted. We deal with leafy vegetables, also leaf spices. So leaf spices is basically bay leaf, pulp. We deal with tamarind. Tamarind we source directly from the farmers who grow their trees by using natural sources of nutrition and continue to add only chemical-free fertilizers, which yield a tanky and pulpy tamarind fruit. essential oils. We have turmeric, ginger, lemongrass, large cardamom essential oils. That's all. Thank you so much. Now, I'll be talking about my journey. My husband and I, we always wanted to do something which is out of the box. Both of us researched a lot. We had many failures too. There were times when both of us broke down. In 2018, there was a time when we planned everything and our business was about to start. But finally, we were cheated. So that was the turning point in our lives. That was when we realized that what actually business and what actually life is. Then by the end of mid of 2019, we were ready with a plan of food and spice processing. We only had the plan and we just had what products we'll process. We knew nothing about like from where we'll buy the products, the machinery. But then we researched a lot. By the end of 2019, we finally got the machines designed in assistance with CFTRI. And then we finally got the machines made by the dealers. We got scientists also. In these times, we did a lot of traveling, research, visited a lot of factories to see how a food processing factory actually runs. We had to travel to many places. In Kolkata, like I personally in Kolkata, I just knew about Victoria Memorial, Park Street. But when we went to buy the products, I found that there was one stand road where there are lines of small and big shops. There's a line of shops where you get only small screws, big screws, the nuts, bolts. It was really very impressive for me. And in my journey, like I faced a lot of difficulties because being a woman in a man's world was tough. Once in EPCG office, it's a export promotion capital goods office. One of the person, like one of the officers, he told me, "You are doing business alone," and then he started laughing. I was really hurt by that comment. So I did not say anything, but I just thought let my work do the talking. In 2020, the pandemic came, due to which our business plan got delayed. The machines which we ordered, but that did not reach us on time. So by this time, like because we had gone through everything, so we were quite positive by this time. Earlier that we thought that we'll deal with few products like ginger, turmeric, but then we were like very much clear that we'll deal with more products. So by mid of 2020, our machines came. We day and night we were doing the testing, learning that how to operate the machines, how to do the production, then how to appoint, manage labor. With the help of the scientists and uh, other people around, we could do that, and we did all the experiments also in the lab. So there were tough times too. We would have sleepless nights, but ultimately I loved what I was doing and what I am doing. So when I was doing MBA from Birla Institute of Technology, Lalpur, I always wanted to become an entrepreneur. It was here in the college when I learned that if you want to be an entrepreneur, you can be an entrepreneur only by being one. So even though I worked in Delhi for a year, but I was not getting that job satisfaction, you may say, or that my inner voice was saying that no, you're meant, you have to do something else. I always wanted to go in food industry because dealing in food is in my blood. So, uh, like everyone, I am sure everyone will have role models in their life. So, I do have a role model. And one thing I would like to share with all of you, I don't know whether it'll be helpful for you or not, but it really helped me. So, I would like to share. Like whatever I am, whatever I have learned is because of my father. He's my role model, my mentor, my best friend, everything. My father, when at the age of 13, he started working, and he started catering business in Ranchi, which was catering business was very new in Ranchi. It did not came that time. At that time, he used to like leave early in the morning at 5:30 and come around at night. So he taught me one thing that never stop experimenting, stop taking risk or doing new things. So there, though there will be ups and downs in the life, but never stop working and taking risk, and do it always with a smiling face. So that really helped me a lot. Thank you so much. That's all from my part. Now, uh, you are free to ask any questions if you want to.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yes, good afternoon.
So, ma'am, why you thought of starting with the entrepreneurship only?
As I told you, like I always wanted to be an entrepreneur because I've always seen my father doing it. He's an entrepreneur. So I've always seen him doing that. So, like, whenever for us girls, we always uh, worship our fathers and we always want to do what our father is doing. So, for me personally, that was one thing.
And ma'am, choosing the food processing sector, like what was the reason behind it?
Food processing, I love food, and food is in my blood because my father, he's a hotelier. So I, like, when we were small, when I completed my college, I used to work with him. So that time he used to teach me. He is my mentor. He taught me. So I always wanted to go into food. So then I researched a lot. This was an interesting thing for me. So I started working on it.
Divya, I have a question. I have a thing to share over here. Like, for
Yes, ma'am.
example, for you, your father was a model, you have seen everything. But, like, for the audience,
Hmm.
like, what you will give as one of the way by which they can also think about, and they could also like streamline that this is the area that I can explore for my entrepreneurship journey. How they can go for this? Do you have any idea?
Yes, see, I would say that everyone knows that what positive and what good qualities they have in themselves. I'm sure everyone knows that. So you have to just doing becoming an entrepreneur. I would not say it's a very easy thing. It's not an easy thing. It is difficult, but you just end of the day, you just have to be positive. Positive. You have positivity. If you are positive, I'm sure you can move the mountains. So positivity, you should be positive and you should like do research on that what are the qualities. Like for me, it's
Exactly,
really
like this innovative idea that you have come up with, like
yeah
the spice
the
industry that you have touched. That's a very unique thing, isn't it?
yeah.
It's a very
Actually, ma'am.
innovative one. Yeah, just
Mhm.
brief about it.
Yeah, ma'am. Actually, I have like all the cousins. They are staying in US and like outside. So they are always complaining about one thing: ki the spices which we get in India is not available here. Like these things, these complaints, the food we what we make here doesn't taste like that. Like these were the complaints which they were saying. So I wanted something like I wanted to do something which will ease all the problems of people.
So you
So
exactly identified that there is a need among the people.
need, yeah, you have
Yes,
to
so need
it is very important.
identification is very important.
Very important, huh? You have to identify the need, like what is actually required, what is the requirement of people. And I'm sorry, but I am being really by saying that I've put forward that what are the difficulties I'm going to face. So accordingly, like I make decisions that I am if I go outside, what are the difficulties I'll face there. So food is the that is one thing which I am sure everyone faces.
So one thing is very sure that until unless we identify what is the need among the people, we cannot go ahead with our entrepreneurship journey. Because until
Yeah.
unless something new that you are offering, people are not going to go for. Because
Yeah.
there are so many players that are already existing in the market. So what
Hmm.
is the new thing that you are offering? So it is all about, like Divya has identified a specific target group. So
Group.
you
Yeah.
also need to identify a specific target group so we can learn from her beautiful journey that she has started. Like we are really proud of her. So she identified the specific need, and then she has come up with this entire effort very thoughtfully with entire research that she has done. Then aligning everything in time and ensuring that the entire processing work goes on, and finally the product is there to cater to the people.
To the people.
Any other question that you have?
Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
if
Good afternoon.
Ma'am, can you please tell us about some of the hurdles that you faced in the initial stage of starting your journey as an entrepreneur?
Initial stages, like when we were researching about like what we have to, because that's a very big hurdle when you have to think that what actually you want to do,
Actually,
in
that's
which
the
business you
biggest
want to
one.
go. Yeah, that's the
That's the
biggest
biggest one.
actually. So you have to jot down many things. Like earlier things which came in my mind was food was one. Then came that yeah, you can go for something in fashion, like fashion designing or something like that. So these were the things which came to my mind, that like what what I should go for, which business I should go for. So there was and one big problem which I faced was that it is like I am sure matlab, I don't think so anyone will be offended with this, that it is a man's world, because I really faced problems with it. Whenever you go to any of the licenses office or something, you are just when you say that you are doing business, so they'll be like, "Acha, you're doing business and alone." So they give you a very like a very bad look. So which was that times you like your morale, it just gets shattered. So there were times when I used to think there was one point of time where I thought that no, I am not going to do anything. It's okay. I'll not do any business. I'm not going to do anything. It was so demotivating. But then end of the time you just have to keep one thing in mind, that is what is your dream is, what you want to do in future, that you should always keep in mind. Never forget it. There will be people who will come and put you down, but you should never, never, you should always say that, yes, I can do it, and I will do it, and I will prove myself. That is very important.
Divya, could you please tell like what type of licensing is basically required in case of food industry that you are associated with?
The basically EPCG license you need,
Oh,
because we are dealing with export. So the export processing, we are dealing with export, so we need EPCG license that will like our market is Europe. Okay, main target market is Europe. So for that, for the products to get to deliver there, we need a license. They'll ask us like we have to give product details as to what our products are, what are the measures we are taking, what are the safety measures we are taking. Then there's one ISO license. So for that, you have to there are norms and there are rules that you have to follow. That basically it's for the safety, because food is such a thing which that the consumers will directly consume it. So it should follow all the norms and everything. It just safety is very important.
so FSI
Before.
license is also needed.
Yes, FSSI. Yes,
Yes.
yes, that is also needed.
And where we can get it, like which department we should move to?
There's a central food processing institute. There are people who will help you with it, because it's a new thing for us. We don't know exactly everything, so we have to. There's a mediator who will tell us. There's an agent who
Mhm.
will tell you that these are the documents you will have to prepare for before starting. So he gave us all the information that these are the basic documents and licenses which we require to open this industry.
Okay, like
So,
in Jharkhand, do we have this office?
yes, ma'am. And in Jharkhand, this is a very good thing that the government gives us subsidy also.
Wow.
Because export, they promote export. Like export is a very, they promote, government of Jharkhand, it promotes it. So they gave us subsidy also, and they were like, government is very helpful in that matter. They helped us.
It's a great takeaway then.
Yes, so it was a very good thing.
So those who are really interested for entrepreneurship and food industry, just note it down that you get subsidy. And we have
Subsidy
an
also.
office over here, and Jharkhand government is quite supportive towards it.
Yeah, it's very supportive. It was a very good thing to see that they are very supportive for that matter.
Okay.
It's just, and I would just say that, being an entrepreneur, if you want to become an entrepreneur, just keep in one thing in mind. There will come many situations where you will feel that no, we have to go against our ethics and all. But it's a request, please don't do that. Don't go against business ethics. Like in when started it, I had one thing very clear in mind, that do what is legal and what is as per the business ethics says. You have to, for that you have to do like 1,000 times more work. You have to do for that. I agree. But end of the day, when you see yourself in the mirror, you will be happy, you will be proud of yourself. Yeah, like I did everything what, as per the norms, not against the rules and against the legal things.
Okay. Any other questions?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am,
Yes.
suppose if we if I start a business, so what are the
Yeah.
things that we need to take care for getting the funds?
You have to see, the first thing you have to see is that first see what the thing is, like in which thing you have to go forward in, like
Which sector?
which sector you like. When you are starting of something, you will first decide, no, that which sector you should go in. And first you do all the research as to ki, isme what will be the pros, what will be the cons, because for everything there will be pros and cons for it. So first jot down all the pros and cons, and then you have to do it like first you will be starting it. So I am sure that are you do you have any work experience?
Ma'am, I have been I don't have a startup work experience, of course, but I have been working for my family business, so I do have something in my mind.
Okay, okay. Then initially, then you'll have to take some loan, of course, and your money also you can put in, and then you can ask you have to take like first you are starting, so of course you have to take some of the loans initially.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Welcome.
So, like, Divya, where from have you taken the loans? Or it was totally your family?
No, no, no. Ma'am, I we took loans as well, and then it is
From
just
which
it's
bank?
a new venture.
Like, did you approach a bank or any government supporting agency?
No, 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 bank.
It was a bank. So, like,
Yes,
can you just share the name of the bank? Is it ICICI Bank or IDBI Bank or SIDBI?
ma'am. I'm really sorry. It's a little personal.
Okay.
Could not share the details.
Okay, like these are the banks usually the commercial
Ye-
banks and the government supporting banks that supporting agencies that we can approach for.
Yeah, and then you have like in existing businesses also there. So from there also support was there.
Okay. Any other question? Students, do you have any other question?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes. Arunima. Yeah, Arunima
Uh,
wants to ask a question, Divya.
to Divya, ma'am. Yes.
Yes, yes, sure.
Ma'am, what issues are the most crucial ones?
Issues, I would say all the issues are very crucial. To be frank, every issue is crucial, but initially you will face problems with as the funds. That is very that will be difficult.
Basically, the financing part is the most difficult.
Financing, yeah, that is difficult. But then, for my venture, we had existing venture also. So this is not this is a startup of that venture only. So funds and everything we have. My husband is also he's one of the directors, so he has also invested. We, as a whole, we have invested money in it.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Welcome.
So, do you have any other question from the audience, or shall we wrap up?
And I would like to tell one more thing to everyone, that you should be. Are you? Is it? Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
One thing I would like to tell everyone, that being an entrepreneur, you have to be versatile. As to you should, like in personally answering to phone calls, and doing work as in completion of the work and everything. You should give a personal touch to it. That is really very important because you have everyone who you have everyone who can look after the work, but unless and until you don't give a personal touch to it, that your business is not going to flourish. Because it is very important that you give a personal touch to your work. Like for when I started my business, I did each and every work so that I should know what my laborers and employees can face problem. I should know that personally. Then only I can provide a comfortable and a good place for them, because you have to motivate and you have to keep your employees happy, because without them you cannot do anything. So their safety, their motivation, their happiness is very important, and we should keep this thing in mind. And i I have a like I would want to say that we are now a team of 40, and in which 85% of my employees are women. Even the guard is also a woman staff. So I wanted that in my firm, everyone, there should be more of women.
Women empowerment.
Yes.
Okay, Divya, one thing I wanted to know, like, what you are also director of Vincent Commercial, no?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
What is this firm all about?
I don't deal much with it, but it is an hydrogen gas manufacturing unit.
Okay.
So we provide hydrogen gases to Jharkhand, to big companies in Jharkhand, thermal plants. We provide it there.
Okay. So that's the another venture. Very good.
Yeah, yeah.
So two
But
things in your feather.
yeah, that was the main venture with which we could we went into this.
Okay. So do we have any other question from the participants? Anything else that you wanted to know about this entire entrepreneurship journey that Mrs. Divya Bhatia has started with? I think no. So in the chat box also, I don't find any. I think all the questions have been resolved. So can we wrap up the session, Anupama ma'am?
Yes, we. I
Okay.
think we should request the student coordinators to give the
Okay.
vote of thanks.
Yukta, Yukta, are you there?
Thank you, ma'am, for joining us and giving us your time. It was uh,
Thank you.
it was great learning from you.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure for me also to be with such beautiful, such good people, such good students. Thank you so much.
I think it was a highly interactive session, isn't it? All the participants,
Mhm.
so many questions. My goodness. So it was a highly
Very good.
interactive questions. I think this is what people look for. Like they wanted to explore everything practically what is going on.
Yeah, it's
Otherwise,
good
the rest
that
things are there on
everyone.
the websites, but when they get the
Hmm.
practical aspect, that is what they wanted to know. So that I hope everyone is benefited with at least Jharkhand government is there to give them subsidies.
Hmm.
You can
Yeah.
really think about it. So if you really have any idea which you want to take up, you can just explore. So with these words, I would like to say thank you, Divya, for being with
Thank
us,
you so much.
and
All
thank
the
you to our
best,
participants.
everyone, for your future. I am sure I'll be seeing you as an entrepreneur. All the best for life.
Thank you,
Thank
Thank
you.
ma'am.
you. Ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
So,
Ma'am, you're muted.
dear participants, we are going to have another session, the last session for today, at 3:15 by Sri Surinder Sharma sir. He is from MSME, Assistant Director over there. So he would be briefing us on government support to young entrepreneurs. So I hope it will be really a session where we are going to explore more. Like in this session, already all of you have been briefed about that government is there to support us. There are so many schemes that they are usually coming up with to support the entrepreneurship. I hope all of you are aware about that. In 2016, we are already having uh, lots of fund which has been initiated for Startup India. So Startup India was initiated in 2016, and so many firms have been registered after that. So with this initiative, I think government has come up with so many schemes. So I guess we would be getting a lot of brief from Surinder Sharma sir regarding the various government support which we can explore for. So you all can stay connected, or you can again join at 3 o'clock. 3 by 3:10. I wish all of you can do join with us.
And I
So
think the next session, which will be from 3:15, as Mary Madam has just briefed, this will be the most informative session, where we are going to get to know about what the government is doing, how the policies are being formed in favor of the startups, for the entrepreneurs, and sometimes the most hurdles which we face, that the resistance or the hurdle is that we will not having the funds, we are not having the support system. But I think that Surendra sir will help us to clear these doubts from us. So I think I request you all to be there at 3:15 as the session will start, and as Mili Madam has said that we'll be having 5 minutes before only we'll join, so that to avoid any last time problems. And just I request you once again to go through that session very carefully, because that
and
will
try
be the
to get
most,
the maximum
yes,
benefit.
maximum benefit from that session.
It is all about Ministry of Small and Medium Scale Industries,
Yes.
Enterprises. So please do take the best out of it. So let us disperse for a few minutes.